Activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome back to our NBA preseason coverage here on 2K Sports. Today's the last day of the preseason. Opening day not too far away. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets returned to relevance last season after their ill-fated 2013 trade with Boston cost them years of first-round draft picks. D'Angelo Russell was their first All-Star in half a decade, and in 2019 they made the playoffs. You've got to give credit to this front office for building a roster without a lot of top picks. Kevin?
Really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A. You know, not too long ago, Doris, the NBA was shortening their preseason, and now we've had a couple years to live with that. What have you seen as the pros and cons?
Yeah, I think the first thing, obviously, is that it does allow for more rest between regular season games, so that's a positive. I think on the other side, perhaps that shortened preseason might give a little bit of concern for some injury possibilities early on.
And Doris, taking into consideration, too, these guys are working year-round on their game. Their summers are full of basketball already.
It's 365 days a year for these guys, Kev, no doubt.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at small forward. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Durant, and it's Irving in at the point.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Chandler finds Irving, and it's denied.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
There's the dish to Gasol. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Good on the shot.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Lowry against Irving. Pass to Gasol. And Jordan sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Siakam outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Irving surveying the floor. Outside Durant from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 5 points so far.
Don't you love how decisive Kevin Durant is on the offensive end? He doesn't think twice before he lifts from long range.
Passes it to Siakam. The 10-footer. Count it. Siakam's got his third basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Irving finds Harris. A three-pointer off the mark. Raptors leading by 4. Down low, here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
I tell you, once Marc Gasol gets to the rim, turn the lights out.
Outside Irving. Pass to Harris. And it's Jordan atop the key. Shot clock at 5. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Van Vliet with it. Harris is there. Good D by Jordan.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention two guys who I think could be considered combo guards, guards who can play one or two, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But two of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade. Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, two names to keep an eye on.
Now here's Allen. Prince with it. Last game we saw him score 14. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
McCaw kicks to Ibaka. Raptors moving the ball around. A shot by Lowry, no good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. 1:22 left in the first quarter. High post Allen. No points in the game yet for him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for LeVert. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity. And that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Just 3 to shoot from deep. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's McCall. Dinwiddie covering. And the Raptors miss again. Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The pass to LeVert. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he drops it in from the low post.
And there's a deceptive strength to the lean frame of Caris LeVert, showing tremendous strength on his way to a tough finish.
To stop the drought. And Lowry with a nice bucket inside.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Lowry against Dinwiddie. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Lowry leading the charge. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCaw. Tries again. Lowry, good. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Well, small frame, but big heart. How about Kyle Lowry's toughness on the finish through contact?
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Toronto ahead, up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about him.
It's fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Ibaka. And it's McCaw in at the 2 spot.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for LeVert. Then for the Raptors, Siakam is checked in for Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Now Ibaka. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to VanVleet. And he hits the jump shot. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Dinwiddie's got 4 points in the quarter. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Siakam. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris, defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt at 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And Harris subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Raptors also changing it up. Marcus All comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Norman Powell subbed in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Irving, good.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Siakam outside. KD comes with the double team. Here's McCaw. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Irving kicks to Chandler. Inside, here's Jordan.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he was a 70% free throw shooter, something I'm sure he'd like to improve.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Well, when DeAndre Jordan is engaged, this guy is flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Raptors leading by 3. Siakam looking around. And stolen by Jordan. To the middle. Here's KD. And he lays it straight in. KD's got 10. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan. But some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, what was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
The Raptors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Anunoby, he's checked in for McCaw. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Gasol, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
Siakam banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Harris looking it over. Passes to Irving. Stolen by Van Vliet. Now the Raptors moving it up. And he makes that one. And it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Irving. Harris against Powell. Poked away. Harris finds KD. Just 2 to shoot. Rebound by the Raptors.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
Offensive rebound, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Both teams will make substitutions. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
How about the defense of Pascal Siakam? This guy likes making it tough on the offensive player.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to the first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. He's clearly shaken off. And that should do it.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. We've got Jordan, Wilson Chandler out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Lowry against Harris. Outside Irving. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Shoots from the elbow. Here's KD. Finds yet again. Chandler trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Jordan.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination, so impressive.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Lowry no good on that one.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably #1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Knocked away. Fast break Toronto. Here's Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Well, how about the defensive activity of Marc Gasol and then the presence of mind to use the push-ahead pass?
And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kyrie Irving. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Toronto. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
Well, no fear in Kyle Lowry's game. This guy is happy to take it inside and seek you out.
Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. Jordan the pass to KD to end the run. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 14 points for KD.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Out to the right wing. Ibaka finds Gasol. Pass to Van Vliet. And another basket for Toronto.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Outside, KD. And it's off from three-point range. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's Jordan. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. No good from outside. Nets trail by 9. Durant kicks to Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's Van Vliet. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Can't cash in from close range.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Dinwiddie against Lowry. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Kyle Lowry is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Ibaka against Dinwiddie. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. 29 seconds left to play in the third. The rebound by Gasol. Lowry against Dinwiddie. Brooklyn with the rebound. Dinwiddie's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's KD. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint, Gasol lays it up off the glass. Gasol's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, Marc Gasol will never back away when he's got that kind of interior position.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Powell is out there with McCaw. And it's Gasol in at the 5. Prince kicks to LeVert. There's the pass to Irving. Shot from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Irving's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Brooklyn.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Powell with the bounce pass. Puts it up from 12. Allen with the rebound. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Back to Powell. Pass to McCaw. Now Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. And again, Toronto no up.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Irving finds Allen. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. Allen for the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. McCaw, the pass to Powell. Siakam outside. Back to Powell. Out to the wing. There's McCaw. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Prince. Toronto calls timeout. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
The free throw drops for Powell.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
Now here is Lowry. In the corner, Powell with it. This one for three. LeVert grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passes it to Irving. Chandler trying to free himself up. And it's Irving missing. Raptors leading by 9. Pass to Powell. Lowry with the ball. Here's McCall. That one doesn't drop. Prince, the pass to Chandler. That shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Lowry against Prince. They get the rebound. Siakam kicks to McCaw. To the inside. And Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Pascal Siakam.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Karis LeVert.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Lowry passes to Powell. Takes the three. Lowry can't get that one to fall. And the Nets with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Fades. And it's Gasol with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Siakam. That one a little long. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on a comeback.
Lowry against Irving. Chandler outside. It's Jordan on the wing. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And the miss. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now. Thank you, David.